Okay, April 18th, Making Homes Affordable, who states they're a nonprofit not connected to Bank of America.
We will not sell your personal information to anybody. However, we may share the information you provide today as permitted by law, including with your mortgage lender and administrators of the Making Home Affordable program, so that we may provide you with the services you request. We cannot provide legal advice, credit repair, financial planning, or tax services. In addition, you are not obligated to use any other services we provide or any other service providers that may be referred to you. In a moment, you will be transferred to a counselor. Please be prepared to provide your name and
Fast forward a little bit.
Keep on book with. I need to know exactly to find and help.
How much
To give to you.
Okay. Thank you for calling the Mngt help team. My name is Marianne. And can I have you, please?
Hi, Marianne. My name is Patrick Lever. This call may or may not be recorded for quality assurance purposes. I've been given a number by the Hope Team, 06947.
I'm going
to
forward.
give to you. Paper that says my new payment's going to be.
Are you comfortable that you
I went to.
policy
Okay.
as far as you recording me? I don't particularly agree with it, but all our calls are recorded, so and that's why hopefully I'll be able to assist you today. So what is your concern?
I don't have any clarity on what I'm walking into. I have a piece of paper that says my new payment's going to be $2,001 and some change. Let me get in front of the paperwork.
Okay. I also have a note here from the last conversation that you had, is that you don't agree to our privacy disclosure or our public information.
It's not accurate.
Are you comfortable that you had concerns? So are you comfortable with that? I just want to verify that.
I don't agree with any of Bank of America's rules, no.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I don't agree with any of Bank of America's rules because they don't disclose things up front. I don't understand.
I'm talking about because the question here was that you do not authorize us to share your name or other non-public information.
Yes, that's
I
true.
know you don't agree with the privacy disclosure, but later on in the conversation you were okay with it, so I just want to double check with you.
I'd rather not, seeing as how no one over there is being upfront with me, so no. They put my monthly income as $6,455. I'm at $4,763. It's like they make up their own numbers and they give the customer whatever they feel like. No disclosure. I've been trying for over 6 months to get something in writing from Kimberly Wilson. I've been hung up on. I've been told I can get a lawyer, but I'll be broken homeless. I have less than 2 weeks to figure this out. And I have one piece of paper that has first, second, third, fourth payment, $2,001.05. But it has all these additional pages that look like Xerox copies of something with all these rules and regulations. I need to know up front what this is. Can you just explain to me the loan and what I'm stepping into? And Kimberly Wilson told me my interest rate will never go above 6.25. Is that correct?
Okay. Our company, okay, the nonprofit organization,
yes.
Okay?
Yes.
All right. And you're telling me now that you don't agree with our policy, our privacy.
I don't agree with anything that Bank of America is doing.
We are not Bank of America.
You're working with them. You're a nonprofit.
No, we're not, sir.
And do you have information on making homes affordable?
Yes.
Okay, great. Then I would love for you to break it down for me so I can understand what I'm walking into, please.
Okay, you can get all of this information.
I can't read well. My eyesight doesn't work. I've had AIDS for 25 years and I can barely see. Everything's blurry. Can you just tell me what I'm walking into and how they can get away with all of this? Changing my monthly income to $6,455 when that's not correct. I have 5, 6, 7 recordings of me leaving a message for Kimberly Wilson to please update that and send something to me in writing. She refused the entire time. I went to 5 news channels here in San Diego asking them to write this story. They refused to. I got the lead editor of Channel 9 News telling me the government's given up. No one wants to hear my story. I'm trying to conduct a healthy business transaction here, and Bank of America and your people allegedly want me to do this in the dark, and I cannot. I have not made it this far in real estate and in retirement by signing stuff that I don't know what it is. And I'm asking you, please, Go over any kind of disclosures I need to know about this modification, please. What is this about your trial period is approximately 31% of your total gross monthly income? Boom, that's wrong. I'm at 47, you're at 64.
Okay. What type of income do you have, Mr. Leva?
What, I'm sorry?
What type of income do you have?
I'm retired military and I'm on SSDI, not welfare disability, but what I paid into.
Okay, so you're on Social Security supplement income?
Yes, SSDI.
Okay. You need to understand that that income is grossed up. It goes by the gross amount that you receive, nothing after. It doesn't go by what's deducted for Medicare or Medicaid, if there's any deductions.
Okay.
It goes by the gross amount.
Okay.
And then it is grossed up 1.25%, just the same way as it's done in origination. So how much is your amount?
Why is it grossed up 1%?
It's grossed up 1.25%.
And the reason for that is?
That's what's done during origination, and that's the underwriting guidelines.
So you're tying in your fees that way? Is that how you're getting paid?
I'm sorry?
Is that how you're getting paid, that 1.25%? Whose salary is that 1.25? I mean, why can they grossly add something up and charge 1.25%?
Same way that they do for origination. You said that you were a real estate agent
Yes.
for many years. So when someone goes to qualify for a loan,
yes,
and they have non-taxable income, it's grossed up 1.25%.
I already have a loan. That works fine for me. Your organization and Bank of America cannot give me accurate details. That's why I'm going to turn around and sue everyone in the line of fire that has given me wrong information, allegedly. So you can either be a...
You can go to the Making Home, you can go to your local library and have someone assist you with going to the makinghomeaffordable.gov website. Within that website is the handbook.
Okay,
the MHA handbook. In that handbook, it gives the underwriting rules and the underwriting information that the servicers must use.
Why can't you just tell me what's in this loan? You told me that things are marked up 1.25%.
No, what I'm saying is non-taxable income. Yes, it's marked up 1.25%. So I'm trying to explain to you where they may have gotten your figure for your income, but I can't see your documents. So it makes it very, very difficult.
Well, how is that legal to mark up my income when it's not taxed? I mean, is that whose benefit is that in? Is that to get me to qualify for a higher loan amount, or is that for the bank's benefit? You know what I mean? How can they legally get away with marking up my income 1.25%?
It's underwriting guidelines, sir.
Underwriting. And who created the underwriting guidelines? That I'm going to get to the bottom of it.
The administrators of the Making Home Affordable program.
Underwriting guidelines. And that's the administrators.
This is public information that you can all see in the Making Home Affordable handbook.
I don't read real well. Making...
What? No, I understand that, and I don't mean to be insensitive at all. And again, that's why I recommended the library, or maybe somebody close to friends.
I understand.
Because it is all public information.
Can you hear what I'm saying? I've been trying to do this for 14 months. I've never been late on a payment. Bank of America, October, November, December, charged me $110 each month in late fees because they made my payment to themselves late, over $350. If they did that with millions...
If you, on the documents of your trial period,
yes,
it does advise you, okay, that your payment is not going to be applied to your loan. So it is going to cause a negative effect on your credit report.
I haven't even started my loan payments yet. I'm talking about my regular monthly payments. They paid to themselves late, charged me over $340 in late fees because of it.
The trial period, sir.
I haven't even started the trial period yet. I'm saying an error on Bank of America's part before we even got started. And if they've done this to millions of Americans, why won't the news media cover it? People have a right to know to check their bank statements.
Speak with Bank of America in regards to the rules and regulations. We have nothing to do with that. What we do is educate people and borrowers on the Making Home Affordable program.
Okay.
Whether they're eligible for the program, we can go over eligibility criteria. If they have questions on their interest rates, in regards to the documents that they receive,
okay,
they can go ahead and they can fax us a copy, or they can send us a copy, and we can go over those.
I would like you to go over them with me, please. So we've got the gross markup of 1.25 on a non-taxable income. Underwriting guidelines are set up by administrators of Making Homes Affordable. What about this escrow fees? I have an escrow amount balance of $337.92. Where did that come from? And how do I stop these fees from accruing without me knowing about it? I've got a paperwork here. It looks like an addendum, and it's not. That says...
Okay, hold on. Do you have a Making Home Affordable loan modification in front of you?
I have what they sent me.
Okay, and what is it called?
You don't even know and you're looking at my file?
No, sir, I'm not looking at your file. I am in no way, shape, or form affiliated with Bank of America. I can't see your documents.
But you're responsible for giving out the guidelines for them. And how can you say you're in no way affiliated?
I'm not responsible for putting out the guidelines, nor is our organization responsible for putting out the guidelines. We are making home affordable specialists. We are educated, okay?
Then how come you haven't answered any of my questions? Why are they allowed to just tack on fees wherever it seems like they feel like it's possible? I'll read it to you. Your trial period payment is approximately 31% of your total gross monthly income, which your financial documents indicates is $6,455. Wrong. The new payment includes principal and interest and escrow amounts of $337.92 to pay property taxes, insurance, and other permissible escrow fees. If we were able to...
That's $337. They take your yearly property taxes, your yearly homeowner's insurance, and they divide that by 12. Yours comes to $337.29 a month. Because they're going to be paying your property taxes and your homeowner's insurance. That's what that's an escrow payment.
So what happens to the money they're taking off? It gets tacked on to the end of my loan? Is that at a different interest rate, a higher interest rate? Or, I mean, you know all this stuff.
Excuse me, sir?
Yes.
What money that they're taking out of your loan?
Each month they say they're going to be saving me $700 a month. That gets tacked on to the end of my loan? Why wasn't I told that up front? Why wait 14 months, getting me so aggravated, having clients there tell me I can get a lawyer, but I'll be broke and homeless, and then boom, surprise this on me? We're taking it off your loan, but we're tacking it on the end. So you'll actually end up owing more money at the end of your 5 years. God bless America.
End of your 5 years?
Yes.
Sir, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, then can you explain this loan to me so I can understand it better?
No, sir, what I'm saying is, what do you mean that they're going to tack on?
Each month.
Are you talking about a forbearance?
I don't know what that word. I've been retired for 7 years at least. All I know is $700 they're saving me each month. They tack onto my principal.
No, sir, that's not that.
They do. I have it right here. Look.
Okay.
That's what's freaking me out. It's like, how can they get away with this?
I don't understand what you mean. So if you want to go ahead and read the whole trial period to me, you can do that.
Your existing loan requirements remain in effect and unchanged during your trial.
Can I need to slow down?
Okay.
You're talking way too fast.
Okay. Your existing loan requirements remain in effect and unchanged during the trial period, and you will continue to receive monthly statements that will show the payment amount based on your original home loan agreement. However, please pay the new trial payment amount instead of your original payment amount. That's not it. Okay.
Okay, so what they're saying is, is that, I'm going to use numbers as examples.
Okay.
Say someone has a $1,500 a month mortgage payment,
Yes.
and they reduce it during the trial to $1,000,
Yes.
and you make the $1,000 a month payment,
Okay.
At the end of the trial, it's
Yes.
for 3 months,
Yes.
you're going to have $1,500 that you didn't pay because that was your regular monthly mortgage payment.
Okay.
With the 15, so you're going to have, and you're only making $1,000, so you only made $3,000, you would have been short $1,500.
Okay.
That $1,500
Yes.
is going to be put into it's going to be capitalized into your principal balance
Yes.
when they do the permanent loan modification. If you complete the trial period, the first thing that they're going to do is they'll capitalize the missing payments, the remainder of the payments, and they'll put that into your principal balance. And then they'll give you your permanent modification payment, which normally is the principal and interest payment is exactly the same, but your escrow payment may adjust by a few dollars. It just depends on whether escrow needed to be paid during the trial period.
Okay.
So that's what they're saying. They're saying that, your payment's $1,500, but we're lowering it for the trial to $1,000.
Yes.
And we have to understand, a lot of people, unfortunately, because this wasn't their only issue,
Yes.
they're not able to make the trial.
Okay.
So they put people on a trial first
Yes.
to see if they have the ability. Because unfortunately, in this country, most people are delinquent 12, 15, 16. I just put a borrower, that was 62 months delinquent on his mortgage.
Oh.
It's very, very difficult to start making a mortgage payment when you've gone that long without one.
Okay.
Just the same as an origination,
Sure.
when you haven't had a mortgage, and then all of a sudden you take one out because you want to put a new kitchen in, and then you're just not used to that monthly payment anymore. So that's what that is. They're going to take the remainder of what your payment should have been,
Yes.
or what it normally is, and they're going to put that in there so that you don't have to make that up. If you default on the trial,
Yes.
you're going to be responsible for the balance of those 3 payments.
But what ends up happening is my mortgage principal ends up going up over this trial period, which is, what, 4 months? I know
yours is 4 months?
Mine says 4 months.
Okay. Whenever you have a Fannie Mae loan, what you do. Okay.
I'm not seeing, okay, they take that $700 off, that's $2,800, they put that back on the loan. Is this a good loan for me? I mean, I've never done anything like this, and whenever I bought a house, I would always do a fixed rate. I just would like to know what I'm walking into, because I don't see that $700.
Okay, but it's not an adjustable rate either. Okay. What they call, and they used to do these years ago, they don't do them anymore, they're called step increases, and this is so that borrowers don't have payment shock. Okay, so years 1 through 5, okay, you're going to have a certain interest rate, okay, and that can vary as low as 2% all the way up. It all depends on what they needed to bring it down to. To make yours 31%. Okay. So 1 through 5, you're going to have that period, and I have some sample docs here. It makes it easier for me when I look at it. This is from a borrower who did send in the documents to me because he didn't understand them, so we did go over step by step. I can advise you that I am formally an underwriter for the Making Home Affordable program. I've worked with Bank of America. I've worked with Wells Fargo. So I am very educated on this, but let me just, I apologize, my documents are not here. What it is 1 through 5, you'll have a certain interest rate and a certain principal and interest payment. Okay. And then years, it's normally 5 through 7. Okay, your interest rate will step up, not more than 1.25%.
Per year, step up 1.25 per year?
In some cases, yes, but normally it's for another few years. Normally it's for another 3 years. And what happens is when you do get your actual modification documents, it will give you an amortization table. Like it on truth and lending and all of that, okay? And then after that, usually year 7 through, depending on if they stretch it out to 40 years for you or not. Okay, they may stretch it to 40 for some others, and not have to do that. Okay, so for the remaining term, the interest rate cannot go any higher than the current interest rates today. And when I checked this morning, I think they were at 5.25.
When you say today, you can't go any higher than that? Or when I get through with my temporary payments, they're going to look at the interest rate then?
The permanent modification, whatever in that month, whatever the rates are then. And when they're printing the documents out, whatever the current interest rates are for that day, and they'll check the index and see what they are. Whatever the current interest rates are on that day. And they've pretty much stayed between 4.75 and 5.25 over the last 2 months or so. It will never, ever go higher than that over those periods. So say that during years 5 through 7, you were at, maybe 4.25. Okay. When it starts getting to year 7, you know that you're not going to have a huge payment shock because yours goes up to the current interest rates in May, June, July, so July of 2010.
I hear what you're saying, but if I'm fixed at 6.25, why would I want to take this loan? What are the advantages of this loan for me?
Okay. Well, I mean, for you, it depends on really what your hardship was.
My hardship is I've had AIDS for 25 years. I had cancer 7 years ago. I'm just trying to stay alive. I probably got another 10 years left. I'd like to live and die in this house. Now, I don't want to go twist my loan all around if I have a 6.25. I mean, I'm so bad at Bank of America, I've even thought about borrowing the rest of my line of credit on this place, buying something in Florida, and just walking away from this and teach the bank a lesson. But I pay my bills on time. Bank of America is burning everyone in their path. I have a girlfriend, she's 68. She's a disabled veteran's widow. She's going to be homeless. They're on their way to take her second house. I sent it to Congresswoman Susan Davis. They're working on it. But can you give me one good reason why I should take this loan? I mean, I have a 6 point... Okay.
I can't give you a reason why. Have I seen this program help people and keep them from living in a cardboard box? Yes, I have. Have I seen this not help people? Yes, I have. I have to be honest with you. I have seen, this isn't a program for everybody. If you feel that, your loan is fixed at 6.25 and you're comfortable with that, then maybe this wasn't the program for you. This program is to keep people from being on the street.
What about Bank of America?
You know what I'm saying?
Sure. What about Bank of America's hostility in that one woman? I have her on tape, not what she said. She's like, you can get a lawyer, but then you'll be broke and homeless. Do I really have to put up with that kind of abuse from the banks? And why won't 5 news channels cover this story? It's all on YouTube. If you'd like to check it out later on your own time, it's Patrick1678 on YouTube. Probably don't want to do it at work, but I have them all.
No, and I understand because I've been on both sides of it,
yes.
I understand your frustration. I do. I really do. As far as getting really bad customer service,
yes.
There are organizations, CC, there are organizations that you can report that to. I'm not recommending anything to you because that's not my job.
Of course.
You go through your own research and look and say, I shouldn't be treated that way. Absolutely. To tell someone you can just hire a lawyer and they'll be homeless is insane to me coming from a customer service perspective.
Thank you.
Again, I've been there.
You're the first one to acknowledge that.
Employee. And that is absolutely insane to me. When I am on the phone, I would treat someone the same way I'd expect my mother or my father to be treated.
Thank you. Yeah, I was in sales. I know.
You know, so, it's unfortunate that you have been treated this way. And also, you're in California, right?
Yes,
you're in San Diego,
I am.
okay.
Yes.
You know, you could, if you don't feel comfortable that I have been able to explain the documents, you could either go ahead and you can email them to me, and I can go over them and better explain. We can be on the phone together. I don't have a problem with that.
Can I fax it to you?
My understanding is that we sent. It looks like we did escalate this, and then upon our escalation, they sent you.
Yes.
They sent you this.
Yeah, this undefined collection of paperwork. All right. I just want to have a lawyer look at it, just to eyeball it. I'm not hiring anybody because I'm in too ill of health to sue Bank of America. I was just hoping by putting the word out there, if they want to help settle with me, help me with my credit card. I've been living on it for the last 3 years because of this market crash. I want to pay my bills, but why can't Bank of America take my $27,000 and put it on one of their credit cards at a 4 or 5% interest rate? I'll leave my bank loan just the way it is. I've never been late. No one will hear me. Everyone thinks I'm a crank. I've got all the news channels by the ear, and they're not happy. 320, I think, 340.
What's it worth?
540. I thought about selling it.
Equity?
Yes, I have equity too. And I went through one of the big corporations. They told me to sell your home. I put $200,000 into my home. Brand new kitchen. I added a bathroom, new roof, new everything. And they're telling me to sell it.
Have you tried to refinance this?
I'm retired, and I don't make enough to qualify for a $504,000 home. I have a second and a third at Navy Federal. That's the case.
Okay, you do. Okay, so you don't just owe $320.
No, I wish. No, I'm sorry. No, I owe $504. It's worth about $540.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you don't qualify?
I don't, if I went back to work, and I may have to do that once things slow down, but that's another whole mess because I was on disability. I tried to go back into the work program, and they said, well, since you're a realtor, we'll try, each house will count towards a month. Anyhow, they burned me too. At the end of the year, they said, you're cut off, and by the way, you owe us $14,000. So I'm just,
what
yeah.
about, again, I hope that you have somebody who can come over and go over the Making Home Affordable program with you on the website.
I have to.
If you are approved for the Making Home Affordable program, if you complete the trial,
yes.
Okay, and you're approved,
yes.
If your second lien holder is
yes.
participating in the Making Home Affordable program, you can get your second mortgage, you can get a HAMP on your second mortgage where they can actually maybe reduce some of the principal balance.
They did on both of them. They dropped the interest rate to 2 point something, and then it goes to 4, and it's paid off in 20. So I'm saving about $500 a month right now, and it'll go down to $300 in 3 years. So they did their own in-house modification, and they.
Very good.
I did that. They did it in a month.
Yeah, in-house is different though. I mean,
yes.
And again, this isn't rules that have been set up by the U.S. Treasury,
yes.
you know, in all of that. And again, it makes it very difficult.
Yes.
In the process. You know, if they're saving you money there, and then this could save you $700 a month. Maybe you don't have to go back to work. So think about these things. If you want to speak with an attorney, you're more than welcome to do that.
Can you just help me see the part of, okay, if I start making this new payment, it's $700 less. Am I going to have a fiasco down the road? Are you saying it'll never go above 6.25?
It will never go. It will never go above. Okay. She meets it for trial period,
Yes.
period. Okay, payments. With Fannie Mae, it requires 4.
Okay.
So you make the 4 payments,
Yes.
okay?
Okay.
On the 5th month,
Yes.
okay, as soon as they receive your 4th trial payment,
Yes.
they'll go ahead and they'll print out documents giving you your final modification,
Okay.
along with an amortization table. When they print, the day that they print those docs,
Yes.
okay, they're going to check what the interest rate is.
Yes.
And on there, it will show you years 7 through whatever, whether it's 30 years or 40 years, depending on how many's left.
Okay.
It will tell you what your interest rate is going to be. It doesn't fluctuate, okay? So
Okay.
years 1 through 5, you have one interest rate. Years
Yes.
5 through 7, you have another interest rate.
Yes.
And then years 7 through payoff,
Okay.
you have another interest rate. That interest rate can never be higher than the current interest rate of the day that those documents were created.
Yeah, but if we plummet just because of China and all that, what happens if in 5 years the interest rate's 13? Aren't I setting myself up for a major catastrophe?
No. What the interest rates are going to be, you do the 4 months. So today it's your trial period for May, June, July, and August?
Yes.
Okay. So whatever the interest rates are in September?
Oh, okay, not that far away. I was thinking later on. Okay.
No, they're not going to find out they're not going to do it according to what the interest rates are 7 years from now.
That's what's scaring me. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's one of the positive things of this program. The program has a lot of positive things. And like I said earlier, I have seen positive. I have seen families who were truly out of work for 2 years.
Yes.
Didn't have a dime. Their kids came home from college. They lost everything. And then the day they got the job, were able to call and say, "Marianne, I have a job offer. Can we modify?" Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And how to gather the information, and these people were able to save their home. So I have seen positive.
Can I ask a question before I proceed? Is there any way to know if they bump me to a 40-year or a 30-year?
It will show you that in the modification documents. When you receive the final modification
Okay.
documents,
Okay.
they need to be signed and notarized. If
Yes.
you don't agree with it,
Yes.
okay, then you don't sign them. They don't put that in place. Your loan stays the same. You have to make up the balance.
Okay.
Trial period.
Okay.
Payments, and you bring those current, and you're on your way, and your payments, your loan stays exactly the way that it is.
Okay. And on the third phase of increases in interest rates, it'll never go above 6.25? The third phase of interest rates, do they stop putting money on the principal, or does that go the whole way through the loan where they take whatever you're saving and tag it to the end?
Oh, no. Just during the trial period. So they put that on there, then they amortize it over, again, 30 to 40 years.
Okay.
And then it's a step-up increase, okay? And then that's how that works. It is all spelled out in the loan modification documents. And again, they need to be notarized in the state of California.
Okay, of course. Okay, so when I get those loan documents, I can still get out of it if the loan documents aren't what I thought they were? Okay.
Yeah, you'll be able to go over them with a fine-tooth comb. It will show you what your interest rate is currently,
Okay.
and what your principal and interest payment is.
Okay.
Also, part of the incentive of this program is that if you make your, during the modification for the first 5 years, if you make 12 monthly payments,
Yes.
they'll reduce your principal balance by $1,000 each year for 5 years.
Really?
Yes. So that's an incentive. It not only, it to you.
Okay.
So it will give you equity in your home for those who don't have equity. Fortunately, you do have a little bit of equity in your home, not much, but a little bit,
Yes.
So that helps people that, during this trial, during the modification,
Okay.
they were able to put a little bit of equity for those of us that were hardest hit, which is,
Sure.
California, Florida,
Yes.
Arizona. So, again, everything's on the makinghomeaffordable.gov website.
Okay. I will get someone to read it to me.
Okay.
Or maybe I can put it on my Kindle and have the Kindle read it to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
My questions and concerns, even with this woman who's being very helpful, is when I ask her questions, she doesn't know the answers. How am I going to grab someone from the library or one of my friends, and have them translate something that a specialist that has worked at Bank of America, other banks, and is part of this Making Homes Affordable program can't explain the details? And yet, the Making Homes Affordable have set up all these guidelines.
You can do that as well.
Okay, good.
I have a few people that have done that, so absolutely you can
Wonderful.
do that.
Well, you have been the most wonderful, helpful person in the entire company over there, so I appreciate your time in helping me see it a little bit clearer.
Okay. Let me, like I said, it looks like we did escalate this for you. we're still waiting for the resolution, so what's probably going to happen is Bank of America will send us a resolution as to what you've received, that they put you on a trial. They
Okay.
put you a trial.
Okay.
Let me give you your account number with us,
Okay.
because you don't need a caller ID.
Thank you.
All right?
I'm ready.
Your account number with us
Okay.
is 309
309
305
305
23-1.
23-1.
Okay, and then our direct number, because we are Money Management International, we're a HUD-approved counseling agency, we're a nonprofit organization. We were chosen,
Okay.
by the administrators of the Making Home Affordable program
Yes.
to be specialists. Our direct number,
Yes.
so if you have any other questions for us,
Okay.
is 877
Uh-huh.
300
300
5454.
5454. Okay. I think Money Management Internationals are the ones that told me to sell my house. If I,
No, we would never tell you anything like that.
oh, let me go look at one stack of papers real quick. Do you guys do like a financial
They
analysis?
give you that as an option.
Yes.
If you can't afford your home and you have equity, you may want to, sell the home and walk away, meaning pay off all your lenders and walk away. But I can't imagine anyone. Because I'm showing that you haven't done, let's see here. It looks like they have attempted to call you guys to do a housing counseling session.
I did, and I have it was a 3.5 hour phone call. I have 2.5 hours of it taped. Basically, what it was is the whole team telling Bank of America they're in violation of federal guidelines, and then
That was us.
yes, Money
Okay.
Management
We didn't
International.
tell them that they were in violation. What we did was we made an escalation call for you, and we escalated this directly to them.
No, ma'am. I'm sorry, real quick. I have it on tape. Your company telling Bank of America they are in violation of federal guidelines. And that's why no one will listen to me or take me seriously, because I have factual people giving me facts that aren't true. And that's where Bank of America is going to run into problems. Because ever since that woman told me I can get a lawyer, I'll be broke and homeless, I started taping everything and everyone. Here's something from Money Management International. Thank you for contacting us. During the counseling session, we reviewed your current income, blah, blah, blah. Based on your information that you provided, we have created a customized budget and action plan for you.
Yeah, I can see that here. And this is what Gina had stated. She said that I also tried to explain to Mr. Lee the alternative options, such as a quick sale if the modification procedure doesn't turn out to be an option for him, since he still may have equity in his property. Okay, so that's what they meant by, you may want to sell the property on that, because short sales are part of the Making Home Affordable program,
Sure.
as well as with the deed and live. For you, it wouldn't be a short sale because you have equity.
Yes, yes.
It would just mean that you could no longer afford a home of this size or a home with this type of mortgage or, those kinds of things. So yes, I have seen that you have completed a housing session with us. As far as escalation from the MHA help team, which is us, we did escalate this to Bank of America, as we felt that there potentially may be a violation of the Making Home Affordable, the new directives that were
Maybe?
put forth.
No.
I understand you saying potentially and maybe to cover yourself, which is fine, but the person that I had before said Bank of America is in violation of federal guidelines. I have Bank of America on recording stating that federal guidelines are laws. I have Congresswoman Susan Davis's assistant Michael telling me they are not laws.
No,
So
they're not.
I know I have them lying on
It's a
tape.
volunteer program. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. But again, there are rules and regulations.
Okay.
And our job is to find out if there's a violation. We, the representative that you spoke with,
Yes.
felt that there was a violation,
Perfect.
and they escalated this.
Perfect.
This was Gina. Gina
Yeah.
Gonzalez. She went ahead and she escalated this.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, to Bank of America, and we are waiting for a response. Servicer acknowledgement was received on 3/3,
Okay.
and then we are waiting for a response for a resolution,
Okay.
which obviously it received a trial.
Yeah.
So that was the resolution. We're
Okay.
just waiting for them to officially respond to us. Once they
Okay.
do, Gina will be in contact with you and let you know what the resolution from Bank of America was.
Okay. Is it possible to find out if it's a 40-year? Because if they're bumping it to 40, I just assume stop right now and stop wasting everyone's time and paperwork.
No, they won't. You won't know until they actually send you out the modification documents.
But I can stop it later on. Okay. I can stop it if it's a 40-year and that's not what I signed up
Yeah,
for.
you don't want that? Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes, you can. You can tell those that I decline this. I do not want to do this.
Perfect.
I want my loan payment, and I'll go ahead and bring myself current from the from the, the child period payment.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. Okay, well, I thank you very much for your time, and
All right.
you have a wonderful day.
You too.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so to synopsize that woman was from Money Management International, which is a committee of making homes affordable, who Bank of America, I believe, has financial interest in. I wish someone could clarify the lies that are being dispersed allegedly to the public.